Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Deivasura Sambat Vibhaga Yoga, Chapter 16, verses 1, 2, and 3. We have seen the first two Deivi sampads, that is, fearlessness and purity of mind. Now, the third sampad, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti. Shri Bhagavanu Vacham Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhihim Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihim Dhanam Damascha Yagyascha Swadhyayastava Arjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhagam Tyaga Shantirabhaishunam Daya Bhudeshvaro Luptvam Mardavam Hrirachapalam Tejashamadrudishaucham Adrogo Nadimanita Bhavanti Sampadam Deivim Abhijadasya Bharatam. So the third sampad, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti. What is Jnana Yoga? Unless one knows what is Jnana Yoga, how can one go in that path? How can one contemplate with steadiness? That is the question. Then the next important thing is it possible for somebody to give the ocean, to take the ocean in a spoon and give it to you? Sir, Arabic Sea, take it. I am giving you in this spoon. That may be possible. But in my opinion, it is difficult to give Jnana Yoga in a brief manner. Swami Vivekananda has given a talk on Jnana Yoga that is nearly 200 pages. I'm a fool. I tried to simplify it, concise it, not simplify in the sense concise it. But finally I concluded it is impossible. The entire talk on Jnana Yoga is so beautiful, so enchanting. If I try to concise it, it will lose its beauty and charm. It will be like crushing the sugar cane and giving you the waste after I drink the juice. It will be like that. So that is impossible. However, for our understanding, Swami Dayananda Saraswati and Swami Chinmayananda, knowing my level, I don't know about your level, knowing my level, they have come down to my level and given it in a brief form. So that I will give it to you. Apart from Kanchi Paramacharya's views on this, that also I will give. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti means steadiness in contemplation. Jnana is knowledge. All of us know. Here it is self-knowledge given by Shastra and the teacher. The meaning of the word Atma and Brahman, that has to be understood properly. Any obstruction in understanding this can be removed only by contemplation. Yoga means meditation. That meditation releases the knowledge from that obstruction. To assimilate your knowledge, you have to contemplate with mastery over the senses. That is also an important quality. Mastery over the senses. That is why single pointedness is implied in meditation. You can stay with the knowledge till the time you don't need to stay with it. Knowledge itself can be removed. So you have to stay with the knowledge till the time you do not need to stay with it. Swamiji says, even the choice to gain spiritual knowledge is due to Deivi sampad. That means at least that slight interest, slight intention is there. That is also Deivi sampad. That is what Swamiji says. Swami Dayananda Saraswati quotes Adi Shankara, who says, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti is the most important value in Deivi sampad. According to Adi Shankara, Deivi sampad is a wealth which consists of sattva guna, and hence it is sattviki sampad. Adi Shankara says, when the pursuit is only of things that are to be done and nothing else, it is said to be sattviki. Every human being wants to attain moksha, freedom, liberation, salvation, whatever you call it. Nothing less will satisfy the human heart. The basic problem of human beings is one of self non acceptance. So, acceptance is possible only when a person discovers the self is complete and it is not lacking. Discovering the fact releases the individual from his erroneous sense of imperfection. So that fact has to be discovered. Then only you will get released from the sense of self imperfection. When the goal is moksha, all activities are reduced to duties. What Swami Dayananda Saraswati says. By conforming to well defined duties, one can neutralize the likes and dislikes that disturb the pursuit of moksha. Every time you give up raga dvesha, you grow because what you give up is less than what you are. When this inner growth takes place, there is certain amount of dispassion or objectivity which becomes natural in time. Therefore, to make a person emotionally, spiritually, and ethically an adult, you require suitable infrastructure. This was provided by Varnashrama Dharma. By performing Varnashrama Dharma, the person becomes master of his own ragadveshas and enjoys Deivi sampad. Bhagavan already said, Chadurvarnyam Maya Srishtam, Guna Karma Vibhagashaga. Each one has to perform the duty according to his Varnashrama Dharma. I only created it. Bhagavan Krishna said. So if you jump from Varnashrama Dharma, then you are in fact, you are crossing the Lakshman Rekha. Each one has to perform duty according to his Varnashrama Dharma. And the nature of this world is, this is what I feel. Nature of this world is each one likes to do the other's dharma. Now Arjuna wants to do the dharma, sannyasa dharma. He is a Kshatriya. But he wants to do the sannyasa dharma. He wants to practice sannyasa dharma. The other side is always green. This also we know. In profession also it is the same. I always feel a doctor earns much more and he is always happy. He just write in a small pad he is having, just touches your body or asks you what is your pain. He himself asks you what is your pain. And you tell him. Then he writes some medicine and then gives it to you. Most of the medicines are coming in the advertisement. So I feel doctor's profession is easy. He earns more money and he is happy. Even though I am a lawyer, I want to practice medicine. So each one, it is common. Similarly, Arjuna wants to give up his Kshatriya dharma and wants to practice sannyasa dharma. So Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, each one must perform duties according to his dharma, swadharma. You should not leave your swadharma. That is what he says. According to Swami Chinmayananda, the purity of heart cannot be attained if the mind is turned towards the world of objects. Only when the mind is attached to infinite, Brahman, it will have the courage to shed the low appetites and clinging attachments. Devotion to knowledge, Jnana Yoga, is a positive way to persuade the mind to leave all its low temptations. So, as long as you are attached to the sense objects of this world, then you cannot go to Jnana Yoga. Only you turn your attention from the world of objects to the Brahman, to the infinite, to Bhagavan Krishna. Then only you can move in the path of Jnana Yoga. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. The Kanchi Paramacharya has given a wonderful, beautiful explanation. It is in Tamil, so I have interpreted in English. Always it is in Tamil. Whenever I say about Kanchi Paramacharya, that is taken from Tamil and I am interpreting it, translating it into English. He says, Jnana Yoga is realizing that Atma is Brahman. Tat Tvam Asi. Jnana Yoga is that. What is Jnana Yoga? That is that. Tat Tvam Asi. Realizing that Atma is that Brahma. The one who tries to attain Brahma Jnana, that Jnanavan attains the goal only after several janmas. It is not very easy. It is not, you can go and buy something from the shop. You have to work for several janmas. Bhagavan himself says, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prabatyate vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabhaga. That is only after several janmas one gains siddhi in that practice and attains Brahmajnana. He realizes everything is Vasudeva. But such people are very rare indeed. That is what Bhagavan Krishna himself says. Paramacharya says, even if one practices Jnana Yoga, without the blessings of Bhagavan Krishna, attaining Siddhi is extremely difficult. Even if you are practicing, let us assume from today onwards you are practicing Jnana Yoga. Even then, without the blessings of Bhagavan Krishna, it is not very near. It is Koti Janmas far away from you. It is not an easy goal to realize that Atma is Brahman. Paramacharya says, if a king with his army, he wants to capture his neighboring small country, a very small country, how much effort he must put, how much planning is required, how much concentration is needed. Everything has to be very carefully planned. If that is the case, think, if a single person wants to capture a samrajya, Brahman, he wants to attain Brahman, then how much effort he must put in that field, in that path. Jnana Yoga looks very simple. What is Jnana Yoga? You need not go to Vaikuntha or Kailash. Paramacharya says this. I am not saying. You need not go to Vaikuntha. You need not go to Kailash. It is Swayam Siddhi. That is, Brahman is always within you. You need not search it anywhere. It is with you. You need to realize that. However, that is the most difficult task. He says, it is like trying, Paramacharya says, whenever I say he, it is capital H and capital E. Paramacharya says, it is like trying to dry the ocean by taking out the water in spoon multiple times. You sit near the ocean and take one spoon, take water out, take another spoon, put it in the sand, trying to dry the ocean by taking it in spoons. He says, with that grass, with the tip of a grass. So the point here is the false I, that is the ego must go, and the true I, that is I am Brahman, that must be realized. Even though it is a distant goal, it is not an immediate goal, it is a distant goal. The effort should start from today. If you want to climb Everest, you must start walking from today instead of talking high about it. That is the point. So practice. For attaining jnana, the basic qualities are karma and bhakti. This is what Paramacharya again says. The one who wants to practice jnana yoga, his mind and heart must be pure. Yesterday we have seen in detail what is purity of mind. Not only the mind should be pure, but it should be in a position to concentrate. Not a shaky mind, not a jumping mind. It should be in a position to concentrate on a single point. Then only he can go in the path of Jnana Yoga. How to purify the mind and how to keep the monkey jumping mind to sit in one place and concentrate. That is why Bhagavan Krishna first kept Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. The more one practices his Swadharma, then his mind will get purified. Then that purified mind will help in concentrating on a Ishta Devata. It can be Shiva, it can be Krishna, it can be Narayana, it can be any Shakti, it can be Rama, any Ishta Devata. Mind always thinks or concentrates on what it loves. In Karma Yoga also, if you like some work, I have seen the painter, for example, somebody loves painting, he will lose himself while painting. Somebody loves to create some this artistic things, doll or something, he will lose himself, fully concentrate. Somebody, I have seen some people reading books, losing themselves in that books, in those books. Similarly, mind, that is why Karma Yoga. In work, it will come easily. If you love some work, I have seen electricians, plumbers who are deeply involved in that work. I have seen, personally, I have seen. Sometimes we have also done, I have also done. Sometimes when I involve myself in a case, I forget the work. So, similarly, if you do Karma Yoga, then your mind will get purified because other thoughts are moving away. The concentration power increases. If thus one is able to concentrate on Ishta Devata, this will lead one to concentrate on Brahma Tattva, since he has already developed the practice of concentration on a single point to the exclusion of other things. Paramacharya says, this again looks easy. But at our level, we do not know even what is Swadharma and what is Bhakti. There is a confusion always. What is my Swadharma? Because it all mixed up now. What is Bhakti? Am I doing a real Bhakti? I really don't know. So we are confused. At our level, we are still not sure whether what we are doing is Karma Yoga and the Bhakti is a real Bhakti or not. Then Paramacharya says, Shraddha is very important. Without Shraddha, success cannot be achieved. He says, Muyarchi Udaya, Igarchi Adaya. That is, the one who consistently, constantly, and without losing faith. Because what will happen is after you practice some time, I have several times said, I am reading daily Bhagavad Gita, but there is no change. Looks like I am still the same fellow. So what is the change taking place inside? I do not know. So you may lose, sir, what is there, sir? I am reading it, but daily the same thing, sir. So I don't have to do it. He says that should not be done. You have to practice consistently. Without losing faith, practice. It will surely take you to the goal. First, you must have faith in him, yourself, faith in Bhagavan Krishna, faith in the Guru, and faith in the path shown by the Guru. These you must have. Then only you will achieve the goal. Paramacharya says, at present our manas is completely dirty and it is continuously shaking. One after the other, the desire comes. The mind shakes. Heart wants to attain that. One cannot see his face clearly on a dirty mirror. That is always shaking. You cannot. No one can. First, one has to clean the mirror and then make it stand at one place. Then only one can see his face clearly on the mirror. Similarly, our manas should be cleaned and it should be made steady. Then only Jnana will reflect there, and then only one can reflect on Atma, the knowledge. Atma is Brahma. You can go into that. Paramacharya says, even though one may attend thousands of lectures, hear thousands of lectures by thousands of gurus, read books after books, you can go on reading. But if you really count those who really practice, it will be a very meager percentage. One or two will be sitting for practice. Even in those who practice, only one or two will be successful. He wonders about the power of Maya which rules this world. That is why Bhagavan Krishna, Paramacharya says, he kept two parts. In chapter 3, verse 3, Bhagavan says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacham Logesmin Dvivida Nittaham Pura Prokta Mayanagam Jnana Yogena Sankyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam Logesmin Dvivida Nittam Pura Prokta Mayanagam Jnana Yogena Sankyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, two parts. Pura Prokta. Here Paramacharya mainly insists on this. Pura Prokta. From time immemorial, this has been followed. Kanchi Paramacharya says, by saying Pura, Bhagavan is stressing on that point. These two parts are there from time immemorial. Jnana Yogena Sankyanam. Karma Yogena Yoginam. Jnana Yoga is realizing that Atman is Brahman. That is not possible, at least at my level, at present at our level. Whoever is there in my level, it is not possible, he says that. This is reserved only for a few people who have purified their mind and heart, who are able to concentrate on their Ishtadevata for some time, at least for the beginning. It is only reserved for those people. For all others, it is always Karma Yoga. That is what Paramacharya says. Then the question is, if it is reserved for only those people who have completed that Karma Yoga, then why Bhagavan Krishna here says Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti? Then why is he saying it should not be kept for me? Paramacharya again gives an explanation for this. In schools, in 4th standard, there will be lessons about Vedic period, Buddha's period, Maurya, Gupta, and others, whoever, this foreign occupation, how British occupied us, everything will be there. In 4th standard or 5th standard. In PhD also the same subject will be there. But will that mean the subjects are same? No. There will be a huge difference in the depth in which you will be looking at those things. Similarly, this is given here for creating interest in people who are practicing Karma Yoga. Further, all people practicing Karma Yoga will not be at the same level. My level may be the lowest one. You may be better off. You might have achieved purity of mind. Now you are trying to concentrate. Somebody must have achieved even that also, but still you will be doing the same thing. So the levels of people, the level of students, one is brilliant, one is average, one is below average, one is absolutely useless. So there are different types of people. So how will I know which type you belong? So Bhagavan, for all the people practicing Karma Yoga, the people will not be at the same level. To create interest in them, this has been given. That interest will lead them to inquisitiveness. From that inquisitiveness, what is this Brahma Yoga? What is this Jnana Yoga? Then from there he will try to go into that path. He will start practicing it. That is why it has been given. Finally, why Bhagavan Krishna kept only Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga? Is Bhakti Yoga, is it not a path? Is it not a separate path by itself? That is the question. Paramacharya answers this question by saying, Bhakti is important both in Karma Yoga and in Jnana Yoga. It is not a separate path. In Karma Yoga also Bhakti is important. In Jnana Yoga also Bhakti is important. So it is not a separate path. In Karma Yoga, one must appreciate that there is a Karma Baladada who gives the results, and hence he must surrender the results at the feet of Bhagavan Krishna. That is why then only Karma Yoga will be successful. You must say, I have the choice to work. Results are not in my hand. Whatever result comes, Hare Krishna, I am surrendering it at your feet. Then only you can purify your mind. That is the bhakti in Karma Yoga. In Jnana Yoga, the one who wants to realize the same Atma is the Brahman. The same He must know the same Brahman is Ishvara. And the same Ishvara is the Saguna Brahman. Understand this. In Jnana Yoga, the one who wants to realize the same Atma is Brahman. The Brahman is Ishvara. Ishvara is in the form of Saguna Brahman. In that manner, Jnani also worships. He also practices bhakti. In Jnana Yoga also bhakti is practiced. So, example, I need not have to give anybody other than Adi Shankara himself, who is the Advaitic founder. He can you show anyone uh, who has bhakti in bhakti? Can you show anyone more than him? Wonderful bhakti songs are there. By Saundari Lagari is there, the best bhakti song. So, is there anyone? So, Paramacharya says, in effect, he says, Bhakti Yoga is not a separate yoga. It is part of both Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. That is what he says. So, now at least a small idea we have about what is Jnana Yoga. Without knowing this, it is difficult to practice Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti. That is why this has been given. As I said, it is extremely difficult to give Jnana Yoga. It may be possible to give the ocean in a spoon, but it is extremely difficult to give Jnana Yoga by way of a small talk. It is impossible. That is what I understand. That is what I feel. And further, this thing should be qualified with so many things. One is, I may read from the books of Swami Dayananda, Swami Chinmayananda, Vivekananda, and Kanchi Paramacharya. But I may understand it properly or improperly. They would have said it 100% perfectly. By my understanding, may be proper or improper. One qualification. Second qualification, what I understood, I may not be properly conveying it. That is also the second qualification you must understand. The third, I read several things in Tamil and translate it in English. Kanchi Paramacharya saying all his sayings are in Tamil. I am translating it in English. So my knowledge of Sanskrit, Gita, Bhakti, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, English, everything is very, very, very limited. So there could be some mistakes can be there. So knowledge is ocean. And what I have given is only a tip of the iceberg. Jnana Yoga itself, everything is ocean. I have given the tip of an iceberg. Those who are interested must go under a guru, or there are a number of acharyas waiting for us in the form of books. You have to take the book and read it. That's what my final caution to you. So that is what is about Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti. Again, verses 1, 2, and 3. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhihi Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi Dhanam Damascha Yagyascha Swadhyayastabharjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhagam Tyagashantirabhaishunam Daya Bhudeshvalolutvam Mardavam Rirachapalam Tejashamadhrudishaucham Adrogo Nadimanita Bhavanti Sampadam Deivim Abhijadasya Bharatam. Next sampad we will see tomorrow. Arihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana